This program is proudly brought to you by LateNightMedia.com for all your podcasting, comedy writing, and hot steaming pod needs. LateNightMedia.com.
Conscious wisdom, challenging our skeptical, critical thinking, digging deep into the dark and the light, and exploring the depths of our mind, body, and spirit. The podcast sprinkled with science, creativity, ageless wisdom, philosophy, and conspiracy. So be part of the discussion and get involved. Be part of the action of thinking and being the revolution. Be conscious with wisdom. Conscious wisdom, challenging our skeptical, critical thinking.
Hi guys, and welcome to episode 3. We've made it. We've gotten to episode 3. I didn't burst into flames by spontaneous combustion, so it's all fine. I like this. We're Conscious Wisdom Podcast, and pretty much we've got 3 lovely guests today, and our hot topic today is Jump on the Magical Mystery Tour, the great mysteries of sound. And of course, one of our favourite guests is right here, back again. It's Mr. Greg Dodge. How are you?
Kris? Really well. Thank you. Very well.
Wonderful. What's been happening in your world?
I've just been travelling around, and I'm back today from Sydney.
How was that?
It was fabulous.
You didn't get abducted by aliens when you were there?
No, I didn't actually. No.
We had an awesome talk about aliens last week. Gemma was on. We got lots of stuff going down with the aliens, but that's not this week. So
yeah,
it's good
Barry and Steve and Gem. That's great. Really good. Covered some good ground.
Now, what happened in Sydney?
Oh, my daughter graduated from commercial cooking.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So
Sweet.
There you go. Something very different.
So now all your dinners are fine for the rest of time. So that's what that's what you do when you have kids. And sitting next to Greg, we have the wonderful Angela Toohey.
Just like the beer.
Oh,
except,
cool. Toohey.
Or more like the forest.
Oh.
Toohey Forest.
Oh, I like that.
They're my relatives.
Okay, well, that sounds better than if you don't like beer. We're promoting a beer company now.
No,
Why?
we're not.
Let's
We're
promote
not.
trees.
Yes.
Let's promote a forest instead.
Go to forest.
Or they could be handing me lots of money under the table. We don't know. We don't know. Now, Angela, you're a singer, a songwriter. You do stage work as well, like on Australia's version of Broadway.
That's it. I had a long career in theatre and musical theatre, but I haven't done that for a little while. I've been focusing on my own music. And
yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
So what sort of styles for people out there? Like, what can they expect?
Of my music?
Of your music, yeah.
Jump in, Greg, if you've got an opinion, or Leith. I guess it's contemporary folk.
Okay, yeah.
A little bit country, a little bit... Big Dick would know this too. Maybe.
And we're not talking about anatomy right here. Our famous cameraman, Richard, aka Big Dick. How you going, hey, Big Dick? Everyone loves Big Dick, and
it's
he helps us
acoustic
out.
anyway.
Acoustic,
yeah,
fantastic. I've heard one of your songs, Silver. Fantastic.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it's good sort of stuff. Now you also did some pretty big theatre. You did The Boy from Oz. How's that?
I did 500 shows with...
So that's why you left. You're like, 500?
Yes.
I'm out.
Yeah, with Todd McKenney. And then we did it again in 2006 with Hugh Jackman. And
The Jackman.
Chrissy
Awesome.
Amphlett was in both of those from the
Awesome.
Divinals. Awesome. That last tour, the one that went around all the major... centres, the entertainment centres.
People, places.
That was amazing. It really was. Yeah. And Kenny Ortega directed it, who did Michael Jackson's last, the one he didn't actually end up doing, tour.
Oh, really?
So he was the director of that. Yeah, so he had a really great vision for it, and it was pretty spectacular.
Lots of cabaret-style singing.
Well, it was all Peter Allen music.
Okay, so it's very flamboyant.
It was, but we, I was playing Liza Minnelli, so we modified... the orchestration to suit her style, but it was still his songs, things like that. Yeah. Okay,
so I saw some footage from that, and we might try and see if we can post some on the website.
Me in a leotard.
Yeah, everyone wants to see that, don't they? If I could wear leotards, I would be like, look at my leotard. It's sparkly.
Actually, Hugh Jackman was in it. Did he turn into Wolverine?
No, not at all.
That's what everyone wants now. He's not going to leave that down. It's
he had the leotards.
You start singing and dancing, all of a sudden knives just poke out of random places.
I go to Rio, and then slicey.
And slicey. Okay, this is the Dexter or serial killer version of The Boy from Oz. The Boy from Oz.
The bold,
aka or The Boy from Wolf Creek. Okay, and sitting next to Angela, we have Leith James. Now, from what I hear, Leith, you pretty much do a lot of stuff with gongs. Gong meditations in West End.
Gongs.
You've got the Soma Energetics tuning fork practitioner stuff down pat, and also you've got a diploma in the British Academy of Sound Therapy. Now,
Yes,
you know
that's
sound. Like, this is our sound professional. Definitely.
Yes.
So how'd you get into all the gong meditation sort of stuff?
Well, it all started from self-taught dig playing and coming back from overseas and being bored basically out the back of my dad's property, 2-acre property.
So you get some
Cairns.
pots and pans and just start hitting them.
Yeah, well, I sort of, I just thought, I'm bored, so I'll just go and buy a dig and teach myself.
It's pretty hard to play a dig, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I just kind of, got a few records together, whatever records. I'm going back too far here.
CDs.
CDs together,
CD,
and
yeah.
I thought I'd mimic the sounds.
Bit of my dig
and
mixtape.
There was a few kangaroos jumping around the backyard, and I thought I would mimic the hopping and all that type of thing, and played in a few bands, and then I just sort of started teaching and realised that when people came for the lessons, they'd start opening up all their emotions.
So they'd start crying.
Well,
Yeah, like...
not crying, but they would sort of, put down the dig and just, open up. And I just thought, wow, this is there's something about these vibrations that that need further research. And so I looked into sound therapy, and there wasn't much here in Australia on sound therapy, so I went overseas and discovered in the British Academy of Sound Therapy, and then they said I'd need a few gongs, and then a big gong went off in my head, and I brought,
Awesome. Hopefully a good one.
I brought a few, and discovered that the gong resonated with me, and
Pardon the pun.
yeah, and
I like that pun.
then I noticed other magical things that happened from other people experiencing the vibrations of the gong.
Good vibrations. I think I've just plagiarised a song from the Beach Boys, but nice. But that's what we're all about today. We're trying to understand and delve into the wonders of the mysteries of sound and music. Now, I guess a good place to start is with Leith. Now, what does music mean to you? As coming from you've done a lot of study and theory, but what does it mean past that for you yourself?
Well, it means a feeling that I feel all over my body. It also takes me back to childhood and other areas of my life, and I guess what's really important is that really noticing the sounds of the inner from within, and that place of silence, which I aspire to attain, that peaceful place and those inner sounds, and where those inner sounds really sort of help me to help my intuition a lot more when I can hear myself.
It's amazing how like you can hear these sounds and stuff that come from the nothingness when you sort of meditate. I think it's these, like, every day there's so much noise. There's cars, traffic, your planes, just people's conversations that I don't think a lot of people sit back and just listen to the sounds of, I guess, what nothing would be. Is that what you're trying to explain, sort of?
Yeah. I mean, there's different types of sounds. There's noise pollution, which is cars and aeroplanes and machinery and those type of sounds. But there's also sounds that we can't hear as well, which is, the inner sounds, or the harmonics, or the sounds that's below our hearing, because we only sort of hear a certain range of sounds, but there's so much more than that.
I think that's amazing that we can't hear all the sounds.